Hey guys, so I'm in the element today, so I'm gonna see if I could hook up this LED floodlight, and I'm gonna see if I could do it without any drilling. So let's give it a shot. All right, so let's take a look at this box. It's by Nilight, and I've used this company before for the bulbs on various cars, and I've been slowly swapping my incandescent bulbs for LED bulbs, and I've been using a lot of their brands, and it's been working well. So this is a LED light bar. It's kind of a floodlight, not really a fog light, but let's take a look. Okay. Manual. Bolts and nuts and bolts and mounting hardware. All right, so it looks like the bracket that these things will slide into. Let's take a look. All right, so here's the light itself. It's got 6 LEDs. It looks like this will go on it like that. So you could mount it like this, or you could mount it like that. Give you the second one. And here's the cool thing about this kit is that it comes with switches for it too. Okay, looks like some fuses, some terminals, some directions. So let's take a look at what it has. So it's got a toggle switch right here for it. LED light bar. Okay. So you look here, it comes with a relay. So that's great. I thought I was going to have to buy a relay myself, but it comes with a relay. So it's got really all the hardware you need to do the wiring. And the thing, it's got some extra fuses, terminals. So let's give it a shot. All right, so let me show you what I have in mind here. So with this bracket, what I want to do is I want to put this bracket here on this grill, and I would mount it through the holes in the grill that's already there. Mount this up and then put this guy in there like that. So that's the way it would sit. And of course, there'll be 2 of them like that. So let's give that a shot. All right, first we'll have to remove this cover, and mine's missing some pegs here, but you basically lift up these pegs and then you can pull it out, and then we'll do the same here. Okay, get that guy out. Now we could access the holes down there easily. Okay, so here's the hardware, and it has this nut and bolt. And of course, I can't just put it through here and put the nut through the other side, because this nut is not big enough. It'll slide right through. So I'll need a plate to put on the other side so that it will hold like this. Let's look through my junk drawer and try to find something. All right, so in my drawers I found a washer. The washer is going to be plenty big enough to hold through the mesh. See it right there. Let's put it in and measure it up. Okay, and that's the way it'll look. See the washer on the other side, and it's gonna hold just fine. So let's do that. All right, number 14 crescent wrench. Of course, I don't want to, tighten it too much. I'm gonna crack the plastic if I go overboard. Okay, that looks good, nice and tight. That's the way it looks on the outside. So let's put up one side, see what it looks like. All right, so there it comes with these bolts with the washers. I'm gonna put it in. All right, that's the way the first one will look. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna tuck the wire in here, nice and easy. Don't have to worry too much about routing that wire. let's do the same to the other side. All right, so that's the way it's looking with it mounted up. There's the wiring going on the inside. There's the wiring, and here's the wire coming out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect that up, and my plan is to route it through that hole right there.
Turns out that's not the best place, but I'll show you where the best place is later.
While I'm at it, I'm gonna stick in, I have my battery tender. I'm gonna route my battery tender to that too while I'm at it. Okay, so here's the wiring diagram. Pretty straightforward. Goes through the relay and goes to the switch. With the switch, there's two ways you can connect it. There's a low indicator light that says the switch is live. You can make that switch live when you flip your key, that light is on, or you can make it live when you put the switch in the on position. So that's up to you. So let's route it through and hook it up. Right, so they give you terminals to connect these things up. What you want to do is you want to connect these male terminals right there to these guys right here. So I'm going to crimp those in. All right, so we're going to do that to all the terminals. All right, so now I got both sides prepped and ready to go. Okay, so next I got the wires. I'm just going to put them here for now. But you got the two connections. These are the female sides, and there's a shorter side and a longer side, so the longer side goes over there, of course. Of course, red with red, black with black. Okay, got those hooked up. All right, it's raining, but I got that hooked up, that side. So now, okay, so next I'm gonna mount the relay. I'm gonna put it to this bolt right here. Take off that bolt and put the relay right there. All right, I got that relay in. So mount it to that. So now I'm gonna need to connect it to the battery. And here I have a little bit of an issue. Not a big issue, just a little issue. The little issue is that these holes are too big. It's too big for my little nuts that I have right there. See that? So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to replace these with something smaller. Well, I'm going to try to put on that big ring just to see how it fits first. You can see it'll go right over the screw, like the nut like that. But I bet you when I tighten this up, it won't be so bad. All right, that's the way it goes. It's not ideal, but it's not too bad. It actually grips it good enough. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and I might change the terminal later. But for now, it's good enough. All right, the big terminal actually fits better on the negative side than it did on the positive side. Yep. That's good enough. So now I'm gonna need to route it into the car. All right, so after reading on the forums, I found a way to get underneath the firewall, and that's here by the hood release latch, and got that on Element forums, and let's take a look at it. Okay, so underneath here, we got this, here's the hood release, and if you bend this back, you can see that there's a plug right there that we could pop out and route through the firewall right there. So it's really tight in here, but that's where I'm going to route the wires through. All right, so what I did was, you see the hole there? There was this rubber thing, plastic thing, and I popped that out. So now I should be able to route a wire through that. And I think I'm going to need to remove this liner on the wheel well to get to it. So let's do that. I'm going to need to pop out these things right here, these pegs. Just remove them all. Got on these lower ones, you got some screws you need to remove. Okay, so let's take a look underneath the wheel well. All right, you can see there's the hood release cable, and there's that other hole. And that other hole is the hole that I exposed. You can see a little bit of light coming through it right now because my flashlight is still on. So that's how I'm going to route this line through. Okay, so I got this line and I should be able to bring it through underneath. Okay, so I put that line through. You can see it's going through that hole. Coming underneath here, I should see, there it is. There's the line. All right, nice and easy. So not really part of this video. I'm gonna route my battery tender through that hole too. Okay, so for the switch, if I'm lucky enough, the switch will fit perfectly in that slot, kind of sideways. So I'm gonna pop this out and cross my fingers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach down underneath and see if I can pop it out. All right, got it. That's the way it looks. So let's hope and pray. Come on, baby. All right. Holy smokes. Look at that. There's just a little bit of a gap right there, but it slides right in. Great. Oh, man. That is really fortunate. All right, so let's plug it in and then test it out. All right, so that's plugged in. There's the on position. You can see the lights. And you can see the lights are on there. All right, it's raining, but there you go. Cool. All right, remember that cover that was on there? So this plastic cover, I'm gonna cut a slice and then open up this hole, and then I'm going to use this to put it back in and to help with the seal. It's a bit of a rig, a Mickey Mouse rig, but I think it'll be fine once I fill it up with a little bit of silicone. Cut it. I'm going to cut out that center piece. All right. So I got that. I'm gonna put the wires in there and then I'm gonna fill it up with silicone after that. Okay, so it's gonna be hard to see. There's no space, but I have that thing back in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone in on this side and a little bit on the other side, and that should give me a pretty good seal. All right, so the silicone will dry clear. Right now it's white, but it'll dry clear. So it should be pretty good. Okay, so next up, I need to clean up all my wiring. All right, so to clean up the wires, I'm going to just use zip ties. So now the wiring's nice and clean. Let's get the cover back on. Right, so for these holes, I got some replacement. All right, there's the way it looks with the cover on. Routing, floodlights.
All right, so let's come back at night to check out how bright the lights are.
Okay, we're back here at night and we're gonna give this a try. All right, let me turn off the flashlight. Okay, so down here, there you can see, I turned it on. And there's the lights. Let's turn it off, on, off, on. Let's take a look at it from the outside. It's pretty bright. Pretty cool. I think it's much brighter than just fog lights. It's what they call floodlights.